if you would share with us what the heck that means. Sort of unpack that. And if it takes you 5 minutes, don't worry, do it in 10 minutes. We'd love to hear more about this.
Coming from government, I tried to come up with an acronym that nobody understood, but I had figured I would just come up with a very long title instead. So when we think of orchestration, sort of the image and the imagery that I want people to think about is sort of listening to an orchestra. You are experiencing multiple different instruments. There's different skill sets and varieties, and what's happening is all of those are being blended together, and sort of the sum of the individual parts becomes this great symphony in essence. But somebody's orchestrating all those things together. And so the way to think of digital orchestration, particularly as technology continues to proliferate, is this idea that you're taking all of these workflows and these new types of technologies or novel technologies, and you're creating these really complex systems that is helping those orchestrate together. So instead of a single workflow of saying A to B and then B to C happens, and then another parallel workflow, we're sort of bringing all of those together in this complete end-to-end stream. So when you think of technology, this may be multiple AI applications working together in collaboration with humans. This may be multiple different types of technologies coming together, where it's a historical electronic medical record, as well as real time streaming data from a patient wearable. And so at the intersection of all of that has to be something and somebody who's really helping to push and move the levers. When we think of digital orchestration, we're thinking of that happening where we hide the complexity of what's going on so that humans are really put in this collaboration with machines now. And so it's a really new type of model, particularly from a software standpoint, because what you have to be able to do is not rely upon traditional infrastructure where you're moving data to a database and then doing a subsequent analysis and so forth. You have to be able to sense and analyze in real time. And so when we think of digital orchestration, that's sort of the imagery I want people to think of as this orchestra. And in that orchestra, you could have the Internet of Things, you could have AI, you could have multiple different AIs, multiple different cloud environments, on-prem, on the edge, sort of this beautiful symphony that will occur when you orchestrate all those together. We're going to see this entire new sort of ideation, new innovation, true end-to-end workflows. And in turn, patients will have better outcomes, clinicians will have more job satisfaction and enjoyment because they're able to either spend more time doing the things that myself went to medical school to do, which was not bill and write notes, but it's that type of infrastructure that we'll need. So think of the conductor somewhat when we think of digital orchestration.
Wow, I love how you put it so